I think it's not in good shape in terms of its general strategic direction. I'm told by people who know better than I that when it comes to the daily matters of security and intelligence cooperation and so on, that it's very good, and that it's not by any means diminished under President Obama, and there are those who say it's even improved in significant ways. So people know who tell me this know what they're talking about, and I'm sure they're right. But in terms of the broader strategic direction of the relationship, I think it's at a very low ebb, actually, because on fundamental matters of the nature of the region, of the ambitions of the players in the region, and of what can be achieved and cannot be achieved, the key files, so to speak, of common interest between the United States and Israel, the two countries absolutely differ in their analysis of what's possible, what's not possible, what needs to be done, what shouldn't be done. You know, on a very basic and core level, with regard to the Israeli-Palestinian file, with regard to the Iranian nuclear file, with regard to the nature of Iranian ambitions in the region, with regard to the implications of the rise of Sunni political Islam, for example, in Egypt. You know, Israel and America in the last half-decade have been absolutely at loggerheads in terms of their analysis of all these key areas. And frankly, you know, I'm not a government official, so I can say what I want. You know, frankly, I don't think this is going to be rectified, certainly not during the period of incumbency of the current US administration. You know, there is a basic and fundamental difference here. Very clearly, the two leaders can't stand each other on a personal level. This is also obvious. You know, so on every level, you know, this is a very difficult moment for the relationship. May I add, David, that in my estimation, this is not necessarily forever, in the sense that I am not a believer in the structural nature of United States decline. I'm not somebody, there are those who make this case, I'm not somebody who believes that America is inevitably on the way down, therefore America must inevitably rethink its whole outlook with regard to global affairs, and therefore inevitably it will fall out with some of its outlying allies as it recalibrates and moves out of large-scale involvement in the areas in question. I just don't buy that. I think we're into a new world in the sense that America is not going to bestride the world alone like a colossus like it did in 1990 or the first part of the 90s. This is gone. There are other players coming up. There are going to be other superpowers. China is almost certainly going to be a superpower. So we're going to be into a bipolar world. And it'll be a bipolar world. It won't be China taking the place of America in 1990. The United States is going to carry on being a key player, one of the 2 or 3 key players on the global stage. And we in Israel are going to be their allies, if they wish us to be their allies. That's where we want to be. And I think it's quite easy to imagine a situation in which a new US president were to take a look at, or another US president, were to take a look at the Middle East in a different way and say, okay, the Middle East is full of building blocks for a potential United States-led regional alliance. The Middle East is full of powerful countries who would like to be aligned with the Americans and who would like that alliance with the Americans to form a key strategic structure in the region. Israel is one, of course, but Sisi's Egypt is another, and the Jordanians are another, and etc., etc. The Gulfies are there too, with the exception of Qatar. So my view is that if you have a change in the thinking coming out of the White House, and whenever that will happen, in 2 or 3 or 4 years' time, whenever it will be, then this friendship, the basic structural level of the friendship is still good, and you can rebuild what we had before. But if the question is regarding to right now things are not.